Something beautiful is on its way to you. This is the experience of a lifetime, my dear friend. You want to give yourself this at all costs to your ego, your pride, and your fears. Love, it's everywhere. It's beautiful. It lives within. It doesn't need to be created. It is already there for you. We've hiked down 3 canyons, and here we are. Let's shoot it, baby. I feel the funky chicken, the funky Messiah. Search for yourself on your own. Go within yourself. Find it within your breath, within your very spirit. Mrs. Nixon is done. Now I want to do a little magic trick. A spiritual path brings us to a place in our life where we discover the diamond and we learn how to pull it out of the mud. It's all very interesting. You know, when you get right down to it, what is the value of a human being's life? Think of all the things that you go through in the day. Think of all the things that you have seen. Some of them very tragic, some of them very beautiful. Some good, some bad, some right, some seemingly wrong. When you get right down to it, what is the value of everything you've done in your life? Where have you been all of your life? What have you really been doing all of your life? Raising your children? For what? Making money? For what? All of these things pass away. So what is the value of a human being's life? It's really an important question. Most people never even consider this question in their life. They're so busy living their life on the terms of their mind and their body, their thoughts, that they don't even question, what am I doing? With all the things that I'm doing, all the things I'm accumulating, all the things I'm thinking, all the things I'm going through in the course of a day, what's really happening? Time is passing, your body's deteriorating. Time as it goes on, your mind seems to be developing maybe some quirks, some flukes. You're starting to think ideas you didn't think about when you were younger, worry about things you didn't used to worry about. What is the value of a human being's life? Well, Buddha in his beautiful teaching said an unreflecting mind really puts us in a very, very dangerous position. The position is not to be able to see the true as true and the false as false. Entering into the fires of our life simply means that we go into the very heart of our own living. It is the heart that will teach you the most about your life. The heart has nothing to do with right and wrong, good and bad. If I were to tell you to see the true as true and the false as false, what do you think I'd be teaching you? Do you want a philosophy? You want religion? You want some concept, some theory that you can cling on to and say, this is true and this is false? Well, I can tell you this. Anything that passes through your mind becomes false. Anything you can think about that you think is real based on your thoughts becomes false. So what is real? Reality is not something that can be taught. Reality has to be caught. It is something you catch on the inside of yourself. Truth can't be taught. It must be caught on the inside. And once you catch it, not in your mind, but in that secret place inside of you, in your heart, that is when things start to change in our life. We have to want to care about what's going on within us and begin to see the consequences of our own life. I am not here to teach you the truth. What can I say about truth? What is true? Who knows the truth? A truth is an absolute. There's only one absolute in life. It's the thing that makes life what it is. And that is always changing. That is always fluctuating. That is always going from here to there and there to here. I am not here as your friend and as your host, maybe you're a teacher a little bit, to tell you what is true. But I like what Buddha said. See the true as true. See the false as false. Once you understand that, you will understand the meaning of a human life. The meaning of a human life has nothing to do with what you accomplish, what you achieve, how much you accumulate in a lifetime. It is not about your doingness. It is rather, did you enter into your beingness? Did you enter into your life through all the days of your living? Did you ever enter into your life? You say, well, how will I know? What does it mean to enter into my life? It means to enter into that place inside of you where there is nothing that is false. All things are true. Everything is the ebb and flow of love. How do you get there? What is that like? That is your personal experience. I can't give that to you. I can point my finger and show you the way to your heart, but you're the one that's going to have to eventually live it. You're the one that's eventually going to have to find your way there. A spiritual path, if authentic, is not leading you anywhere, but to everywhere. I know that sounds like double talk, but it isn't. Once you start entering into your heart, your soul, your being, everything that is around you starts to make not sense, but you become one with it. Now you start to care about things that you only could think about before. I'm going to give you some alternatives in a moment. I hope you'll play with them a little bit. If you really kind of get what the value of a human being's life is, you have to see the bigger picture of what we're doing in this life. There are many obstacles to our life. We put them there with our mind. It is the mind that is the main obstacle. What you were taught was the value of your life has become the motive and the intent of the things that you live for. Take a look at it. You were maybe taught that what other people think about you is more important than what you know about yourself, and that you cannot possibly love who you are unless everybody loves you the way they're supposed to love you. How about that one? Or how about this, that the value of life is in how successful you are, how much you have, how comfortable and easy your life is, and how you can show off your accomplishments. Or maybe your life is about the degrees you have and how much education you have, or the job and the prestige and the status. Everybody has some idea about what their life is about. And to get in front of the obstacles of your life so you can find out what life means that you and I see the bigger picture. To stand back, to push back, and see that everything that we touch touches us eventually. This is something called compassion. Once you understand the false from the true and the true from the false, you understand this, that the hand that you touch anything with will be eventually the hand that comes back to you. Live your life in anger, live your life in revenge, and that is going to come back to you. Buddha said, look how he beat me, how he robbed me, how he threw me down. Live with such thoughts, you live in hatred, and hatred will come back to you. Look how he beat me, how he robbed me, how he threw me down. Live in love, and you are free from those thoughts. Do you get it? It is love that makes the big picture possible. The problem with most of us is we have confined love to the body. We've made the affection that we need in body and in ego the whole premise of our life. Hence, when somebody says, I love you, you think in terms of them admiring maybe how you look, admiring your thoughts, admiring what you have, what you don't have, how you appear to be in your behavior. And that's as far as love goes. But can you love everyone? Can you love everything? Can you understand that hate never yet dispelled hate? Only love dispels hate. That doesn't come with philosophy. That is not something that religion can teach you. That is something you have to get in the bigger picture of your life. When you are no longer seeking to consider what is good and bad, right and wrong, you come into a very sacred moment of consciousness. Now you begin to care. What do I mean by care? You begin to see that everything is significant in and of its own way. That everything that we do is spiritual. Nothing in life is without spirit. And nothing in life that we do does not have its own ramifications. See, the false is false, the true is true. Here's what's false: that you think that what you do has no consequence in your life. It does. It has consequence in your life and my life. How you even relate to yourself will affect others and eventually get down even to me, though I'm miles away from you maybe in physical location. How I reach out to you, how I care, how I love, how I hand myself to you in compassion and love has a great deal to do with what comes back to me. See, the false is false and the true is true in your day to day. Instead of thinking that nothing matters and that all of your efforts in this life are about what you can have, what you own, what you get, and the consequences of your chores, and you begin to look at your life and go, I'm tired of all of this. What is the value of a human being's life after they've done all the things they've done? Start to see the value is in love. How much did I do of the small little chores in my life, as well as the big ones, where I was in love, absolutely in love with my life? Wow. When you get to look at your life from that point of view, you begin to have a reevaluation of everything that you've ever done in your life. Did I love my children? Did I love my friends? Did I love my work? Did I love myself based on the premise of my heart or what I thought I could get from them? Let's go do some meditation with my students. We'll do some playful stuff. Be right back.
I guess I've known Greg for, my gosh, over 18 years. Part of just the Asilomar experience is one of getting in touch with who you are, and these surroundings and all the nature that abounds here just reinforces that. You just end up wanting to go for walks, wanting to commune with nature because it just brings you closer to yourself.
I've chosen a very special meditation for this particular program. It's called Bliss Trespass. We use this at Asilomar. It's a wonderful meditation to re-energize yourself, to share energy with another person, and to come into a different kind of meditation. A meditation where you start to feel the essence of life. The male for this one is going to be sitting down. He looks like he's going to be passive, but he really isn't. He is going to follow the energy of the female. The female is going to take her hands right at his root chakra. Her backhand is back behind his back, and she's going to breathe with him as he breathes naturally from the root chakra all the way up to his crown chakra, and she will be coming up very slowly, never touching his physical body, but feeling his energy. As she brings up his energy, he's cooperating with her by bringing it up also, until it comes up here very slowly to the crown chakra. Once she gets to the crown chakra, he will feel wonderful, beautiful energy. It's as though she is gently, compassionately stroking his aura, his energy. Now bring it down. She is simply breathing in and out. He is breathing in and out, and their synchronicity in their breaths will bring out the energy of each chakra as it goes down. Now, I'm going to step aside and let them do this meditation so you can see it for yourself, and I'll be right back. In this particular meditation, they are exchanging energy in a very different way. She's drawing it out, and he's giving it back to her. She's actually feeling his energy, and he is actually submitting to allowing that energy to be brought out of him. At times she will stop in little problem places like the throat, where many people have difficulty. The intimacy of this moment between the two of them is immense right now. They're exchanging energy. And this is a very simplistic way to bring out your energy. Very compassionate, very kind. This should be done maybe 2-3 times a week with a partner, a friend that you trust. One is sitting, supposedly, looking passive, but not really, while the other one is sharing the energy and drawing it out. And eventually they can switch places and start over again, where she is sitting in the chair and he is drawing it out of her. Now, this meditation is powerful. It should not be done in an atmosphere where one feels, well, that they have to answer the phone or that you have to answer the door. This is a time where the two of you are touching spaces, the gaps, the pauses between words and thoughts, where you are actually starting to feel something beyond mind, beyond body. Again, this is acknowledging the inner body, the energy of the inner body. It is noting the form of the physical person, but more importantly, it is celebrating the energy of the inner body and all 7 of the chakras. Try this sometime with someone you feel, well, especially akin to, especially close to. It's an intimacy factor again. You'll start to feel it during the day. You'll be walking down the street or you'll be doing something, and all of a sudden, you'll start to remember this feeling again. It's a very sweet and compassionate one, and it will bring you right back to the essence of your own practice. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. Have you ever wondered how many things you see in your life that are basically really what you see? Or are you wearing, some colored glasses? Seeing things only in the light of our ego. The ego manufactures all the evidence it needs for us to see the things that we see the way we need to see them to protect the ego. Do you understand that? And most people are wearing glasses. Egotistical glasses that do not allow them to see the true as true and the false as false. Hence, we miss what's really going on in our life. Remember this as long as you live. That ego of ours is there to protect us and make everything what it wants us to think it is. It is the daring person who takes the glasses off, sees the glasses for what they are, throws them into the fire of their own spirit, and begins to see life for what it really is. Most of our lives have been missed because we have been living what the ego has told us we need to do and need to live. The ego has said, hate this, like that, love this, don't love that. This is beautiful, this is ugly. It manufactures all the evidence it needs to make itself right, to make some people look wrong and bad and beneath you, to make other people look way above you and better than you are, to make certain things look really good and other things really bad. It's all ridiculous. See the true is true and the false is false. See through everything through your meditation. The quieter you are, the more silent your essence is, the more you'll be able to see things for what they truly are, and you won't be fooled by the matter of opinion. You won't be fooled by the matter of appearances. Appearances are very deceiving. Nothing is as it seems to be. Only when you and I are willing to see things from a non-judgmental point of view, from not the value systems of our parents, our friends, our family, our philosophies, and our religions, But only when we are able to see things just the way they are we able to understand the nature of all things. If meditation gives you one thing, it's the perspective of understanding how life works. Not from the premise of the head and logic and reasoning, but something far less egotistical. The premise of the heart, where you find God within you. Not as a theory, not as a philosophy, not as your mother and father taught you, but as the value of your life. That's really what it's all about. Thank you for watching. Please forgive me, won't you? Namaste. All your efforts in this life are about? You want to do it about? About face. It's about Canada. It's about. Let's go. You ready?
Yeah. Ready?
Come on down, darling.
We refer back to the 7 root chakras that we have. 7 root chakras.
Come on down, darling. We'll mosh. We'll trance out. We'll get really woo-woo.
Okay? If meditation gives you anything, it gives you the perspective not of philosophy, but of authenticity. To be authentically in life. I'm sorry. It's called Bliss Trespass. It's the one. Again?
Ready?
I forgot what I said. That's a wrap.
That's good for me.
That was good for me. Was that good for you? Was that good for you? It was good. Good, let's go home.